Welcome everybody. This is Tim Edwards calling in from Dallas, Texas. Going to do a really short training today on breaking down success. And just so you know, I've done a lot of personal development since the 80s, and I've learned how to do goals, visualizations, and I can tell you that there's never been a goal that I've written down since the mid-1980s that I did not accomplish. And I've learned how to teach people and mentor literally thousands of people and help them create, walk-away income, 6 figures, even 7 and multiple 7 figures. So what I'm going to teach you today is very, very simple. It's very quick and easy, and it's something you can apply today. It's called Breaking Down Success, and you learn to cycle the proper mindset, and you can control your destiny. The first thing about mindset, it's everything. If you've ever been in a funk and tried to work, it's almost impossible. So you've got to really understand how to control your mindset and get leverage on yourself and think properly so that you can take action. The biggest problems for most people when they're setting goals is they set unrealistic goals. They'll do something like, I want to make $10,000 a month, or I want to have a Mercedes, and they'll say, and they'll visualize that, right? They'll visualize, I want a Mercedes, I want a Mercedes, I want a Mercedes. Well, I can tell you, it's not going to materialize in the driveway just all by itself. You've got to have a plan of action, with step-by-step processes that lead you to results that create income, and then you can buy the Mercedes or make the $10,000 a month, whatever your goal may be. So the first thing people do is they set unrealistic goals, usually way above what they've ever accomplished. And the second thing is they don't put them in writing. The third thing is they don't visualize them. And the fourth thing is if they do the first 3, they're not consistent. It's got to be done pretty much daily. It's like working out or anything else. I mean, it's not something you can do one time and just maintain results. It just doesn't happen. Now, the second part of the problems that I see is that when they don't accomplish their goals, they go back and reset the goals again incorrectly. And then they duplicate bad thought patterns, they get frustrated, you get depressed, and eventually you stall out, you quit taking action, or worse, you may quit. Now here's the proper cycle. First thing you want to do is you want to set a realistic goal. And let's say it's, I say set it at 20% above whatever you've made, right? So let's say that you've started a new business and you've made X your first month. What you want to do is set a realistic goal that's just 20% above that. Doesn't matter if you've made $100, right? You set your goal to make $120. It's got to be very realistic and very doable. You want to write it down because, again, when you write things down, you have retention. And then you want to visualize it daily like a movie. I used to get up, I would write down, what time the alarm would go off. My first thought would be, I have instant energy at 5 a.m. Then I would visualize, when I would be at the phone and when I would be prospecting people or building the business, doing presentations. I'd visualize what type of people that I wanted to attract. And I'd visualize the outcome, right? And I would run this scenario from the time I woke up to the time I went to bed in my head real quickly, just like a movie, right? It's like a movie on a screen. So you see yourself doing the actions successfully. And the thing about the mind is that when you have a picture of something in your mind, you never forget it. So visualizing things as they happen like a movie is very, very important. And you want to do that every single morning. It doesn't take very long to do it at all. Now, the second part is that you want to reset the goals correctly. Again, every time you reach a goal, set it for 20% more. And what happens is your confidence increases, which leads to more production. And when you set small goals and you accomplish that goal on an ongoing basis, what happens is you start to expect success. After you've set a goal at 20% increments 3, 4, 5, 6 times, when you set that next goal, you're going to get it. So that leads to a tremendous amount of confidence and certainty. And I can tell you when you're working any type of business, that's really the key. That's what attracts people. People are attracted to confidence and clarity. So that's really key. Now here's a visual for how it works. Here's the wrong way. All right, somebody goes out and sets a goal for, let's say, $5,000 a month, right? And they go out, they fall a little bit short, they work, and they get a little depressed, and then they stop working, and they go set another one for, let's say, $4,500. They go out, take the actions, it's not looking real good. They set a goal to make X amount, and they start running out of time. They fall short, they get depressed, they stop working, they set another one for $4,000. So what happens, you do this cycle over and over and over until you stall out or you quit. Now the right way is, again, set your goal at just 20% above what you've already made, right? And so then you go out, you increase your production. You raise your goal 20%. You increase your belief. You get success, or you succeed at whatever you're accomplishing, and you go back and you set it at another 20% above what you've earned before. You go out, as you raise it, you increase your belief, take your actions, you get success, and again, you get confidence. So this is the cycle that you want. And here's the thing. Again, if you take it in bite-sized chunks on a daily basis, you get up, you have that day's goals, and you do it and you go to bed. That's all you can do is control that day. Too many people set their goals 6 months or a year out. The most important goal is a daily goal, because when you put that goal back to back to back every day, then you can meet your weekly goal. When you put those weeks back to back to back, you can reach your monthly goal. And same thing with months, you can reach your yearly goal. So what you're doing here is you're creating the correct pattern that creates success. Now here's a personal momentum recap, because you want to get yourself into a highly energized state of momentum, right? You start with a realistic goal the first month at 20% per month, and do this, let's say, 5 months in a row. Visualize it, take action. Just get up daily, do it, take action, go to bed, and as you reach your goals, increase them just 20%. And again, instead of a huge goal that you don't know how you're going to accomplish it and you fall short and you get depressed, if you set these small goals, a 20% increase for 5 months is going to be a 100% increase. And again, when you expect success, you achieve it.